Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer, and welcome back to Thief 2 The Metal Age. We are in the mission Kidnap right now. We are supposed to kidnap Brother Cavador. We've got a guy in this building right here. But we've also got watchers there and there that will spot me if I try to go after him. And if I'm not careful, they will spot me when I'm trying to get through here.
Who's there? What noise dost make? 'Twas just the moss in my eyes, for now all's clear.
I like how they always find some way to excuse the noise they heard.
What noise there that softly calls?
Okay, how can I get back out of here?
Reveal thyself and surrender.
I may have screwed myself over. I may not be able to get back out of here. I would really rather not use a fire arrow until I've taken care of that Mechanist over there, but I might not have a choice. So now,
'Tis a coward's game you
I'll get a
play.
flash bomb ready. I'm not sure what that lever does. I don't think it does anything, actually. There we go. And now I took that watcher out because it's a hell of a lot easier, excuse the language, to get through this part without that being there. So, we've got some supplies in here, some water arrows, a gas arrow, and another scouting orb. I think they're expecting me to use those scouting orbs a lot more than I do. Okay, now I'll take out this watcher. Just because, as I said, it makes it a lot easier to move about in here. Now, in here, I don't think there was anything of use. But that just makes it a lot easier to move around. So now I'm going to start going this way, and hopefully, as I was saying, I will be able to intercept Brother Cavador as he's coming to this site, which is how I usually do it. Okay, we've got a flare in here. Honestly, they expect you to use the flares and the scouting orbs a lot more often than I actually do. I mean, every once in a while I'll use a flare if I'm having trouble seeing where something is. Like if I know there's supposed to be a piece of loot in a certain area and it's dark and I'm not able to see anything. If I'm looking around and not finding it, I'll use a flare to kind of light the area up so I can try to find it, but other than that, I don't really use them. Now, Brother Cavador should be coming through here any time now, because I believe I was just in Site 4, and his path goes from Site 3 to Site 4. And let's check something. I don't see... The green light's not on. He hasn't been down there yet. Ah, here he comes.
So sudden. What noise there that softly calls? Bring thy numbers hither!
So we had one guy with a metal helmet, one normal guy, and then Cavador with the gas mask. So rather than... The easiest way is to just use the gas to knock them out, and then just use your blackjack on Cavador. That's the easiest way I've found anyways. I'm going to bring Cavador somewhere where I hopefully won't forget where I put him, because I'm not going to take him with me just yet, because I still have a lot to do in here. And this will be a long mission, because it is a very large area. Ah, crap. They're not dead. They're not dead, you dummy. I would really rather not have used my other gas arrow there, but sometimes you don't have a choice. Now I'm going to try to get these guys back here and get them out of the way so that doesn't happen again. I mean, I probably could have taken him out with a blackjack if I had patience, but when I'm trying to record, I don't want to be standing around waiting forever. I'm gonna move these guys a little bit closer so that they're not like what just happened there, where I'm way away from them and somebody comes up on them. Because this way, if I keep them kind of close together as I'm moving them, if I see somebody approaching, I can try to get them before they get to the bodies. Because it does tally up how many times how many bodies were found by an enemy. I'm going to put them in the same room with Cavador, but I'm going to put them in the other corner. Because I want Cavador to be separate so I can find him easily. Because I don't want to have to try to remember where I put him. That's the bad part about taking out Cavador early in the mission, then you have to try to put him somewhere you'll remember where you put him. And when this mission can take almost 2 hours sometimes, if you're, depending on how aggressively you're playing, it can take a very long time. It's kind of hard to remember when you're like 30 minutes in where you put him in another hour and a half when you gotta find him again. And it's not exactly helpful that this place is kind of a maze. Okay, this Site 3, I don't think there's anything in here other than, I know there's a flare down below. I think a flare and a scouting orb, but I don't. There's no loot down there, I know that for sure. There's no loot. I'm just checking, there might be on one of these guards. Doesn't look like it though, because there are some guards who patrol around the areas, so. But I'm not going to go down there. I'll only go down there if I have to. Because it's rather difficult. There's a couple of watchers. There's that big robot, the small robot, 2 guards, and there's the cannons in there if the watchers see me. Okay, this guard's carrying a purse. I keep calling them guards. They're not guards. They're mechanists, or they're more soldiers than guards. I'm gonna go and drop this body in with the rest of the big old pile in there. And I want to keep them out of the pathways, because, as I said, there are guards and, well, not guards. There are enemies who patrol throughout between these sites. So I want to try to keep the bodies out of the well-lit and well-traveled areas. And Cavador's feet might actually be out far enough where he'll be noticed, so I'll drop him. Actually, you know what? Cavador, you're coming with me for a minute. I still think it's funny you're able to climb ladders, mantle up onto ledges and stuff with a body in your hands, but you're not able to swing your blackjack. And you're not able to open doors, but yet you can climb and mantle, and it just doesn't make much sense. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy you can climb up ladders and mantle with a body over your shoulder. I just think it's weird that you can't do anything one hand that would require only one hand. Well, you're carrying a body, but yet you can do stuff that would require two hands. I'm gonna head to Site 2 next. I think. I'm not sure if I want to go in here or not. I can't remember which one was Site 2. Oh, I remember. I remember which is Site 2. Site 2 is the area that was kind of like a theater. I believe there's guards who are right here, either that or, yeah, there's a watcher there. I don't want to go in that way. I'll go into Site 2 from another direction. There are multiple ways of getting into some of these sites, so I will take the path of least resistance. And I'm gonna put all of these, well, not all of them, but as many of these out as I need to, because I've got plenty of water arrows. And I don't want to risk leaving them and having somebody spot me then. So over here you might recognize when I was coming through in the first game, I believe there were fire arrows in here. And this pathway led me over to where the fire temple was.
If there be a heretic, suffer him to live no longer.
Jeez. If there be a heretic, suffer him to live no longer? Wow. That's kind of harsh. Starting to sound more like a cult than a religion. If you're not part of us, we're going to destroy you, but I'm not going to get into that type of discussion. I tend to ramble, as you can tell, sometimes. Usually I don't, but every once in a while I will be extremely talkative for some reason. And apparently this happens to be one of those times. Okay, Site 5 and Site 6 are down this way. Now, I don't want to go into Site 5 just yet. I think I'm going to want to leave that one until probably the last site I visit. Okay, this could prove to be a problem. Okay, this could really prove to be a problem. Make it a little bit more manageable. Darkness is honestly your very best friend in this game. Now, how am I going to take these two out? If I take out one, the other one's going to notice. Most likely.
Art thou there?
Okay, that works. I didn't mean to do that, but that works. I didn't mean to use that flash bomb. I meant to pick her pocket. Or his pocket, whichever one had the coin purse on. I meant to pick their pocket. But apparently I threw a flash bomb in front of them instead. It works, but not what I was intending to do. Saved me the trouble of trying to figure out how to take them out without being noticed, though. I really would rather not have used that flash bomb, but... oh well. I'll get a couple more throughout this mission. Now, there's a watcher literally right there. So I'm not going to go that way yet. I can get to Site 6 that way, but there's a lot of risk running past that watcher there. Now, this is Sites 2 and 3. We've got a guard over there, or a patrol. We've got one patrolling and one standing still. I almost didn't notice that guy standing still over there. I think I'm gonna go this way for right now. Yeah, I almost didn't even see that patrol, or that mechanist there. Now, what is over this way? Is this to Site 6? I believe it is. Yeah, this is to the one that I don't want to go to just yet. That site down there is extremely difficult to get through. That's the one where I think that's the area where I was saying there was like 5 guards in one room, and there's a watcher there, and it's just extremely difficult to get through it. It's very hard to not be noticed in that area. So I want to take out as many of the patrols before I get to there as possible. Okay, this might not be such a good idea. No, I think this is going to lead me back. No, it's not. Okay, this isn't where I thought it was. Oh yes, it is. That leads me back to the main, that little hub area. I don't want to go there. And as I mentioned, this place is like a maze. You can get lost in here pretty easily. So please forgive me if I do get turned around. Okay, come on, climb up here. Thank you, Garrett. Oh, Site 7, that one's a pain in the butt, too. Yeah, I remember in the last one, again, if you watched my playthrough of the last game, Site 7 there was a room, after you came out of the first temple-type area, there was a room that had, up above, I believe, there was like a golden plate and stuff.
Once more. Builder be praised.
Up above, like you walked up some stairs, and I used the area to hide from a fire elemental, I believe, actually. I'm not sure how to explain it. You'll recognize it if you saw it in the other one. It was literally right inside after after the first temple when you came out. There was the one area where all the Burricks would run away and hide in the corner. It's right by that. But, again, we've got Watchers. Which are going to be a pain in the butt. And part of the reason why I was thinking in certain parts, I was like, okay, I thought there was some loot here. It's because it was in that area on this game in the Lost City. Because I know there were a few spots where I was like, I thought there was some loot here. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but I know as I was playing, there were a couple areas where I could have sworn there was loot there. But I never found any there, and it's because I was remembering the loot from this game. I forgot there was a level in the Lost City in this game. Okay, I hear a couple of Mechanists over here. One on that side, one down there. Let's duck in here real quick. Sadly, we don't get to visit either the Fire Temple or the Water Temple that we visited in the first game. Okay, now how should I do this? Because this is a very difficult area, as destroying the Watchers will draw a lot of attention, but if you don't destroy them, they'll spot you and draw even more attention. I can climb Mantle up into there, but if I don't make the jump and grab on, which he doesn't all the time, you have to be at just the right angle, I will be pushed back out into the light and the Watcher will spot me. So it's a very risky move, but I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, see, kinda. Okay. Now, got a scouting orb and some loot. I'm gonna wait for the guard to come back up here. Hopefully I won't smack that light by accident.
Halt, weed! Thou'rt not welcome here.
Nope. Didn't work out. He spotted me as he came around the corner. So, I might leave that area for later. I will come back this way and go a different direction. If there is a different direction available. As I mentioned, this area is I believe I mentioned it's kind of hard to traverse this area. Okay, I'm gonna come up here and grab this stuff. There's an invisibility potion here and a gold wine bottle. And I want to grab those because I often forget that that wine bottle is there, and then I hunt throughout the entire place for the last 50 loot, and I have one hell of a time finding it, and then after a while I'm like, oh god damn it, it was in that room. Plus the invisibility potion will help me in here. Okay, I went to sites 3 and 4. Sites 7 and 8. That will take me to site 8 over there. I'll go that way. This leads me down to site 8.
Hello? Reveal thyself.
'Twas a memory of leaves.
What a pervert
flapping.
telling me
Nothing
to reveal
more.
myself. This chick's a pervert. And yes, I'm well aware that's not what she meant. We've got another watcher here with a cannon up there. I don't know if those are considered cannons. I call them cannons because they shoot explosives at you. Highly, very deadly explosives at that. Not ones that will just hurt you, they can actually kill you in 1 to 2 hits. So that's not fun. Okay, there is a guard in this building. Down in here.
A noise. I'm as sure of it as the builder himself.
Uh-oh.
It was nothing then. The drums in mine ears do
Really?
overly strong.
Oh wow. I'm as sure of it as the builder himself. It was nothing then. Where is he? There's supposed to be a guy standing right there. Don't tell me he's downstairs, because that's going to make things more complicated. Much more complicated.
Saplings did so unnatural friends that we feared.
Because there's an archer over there in that building, there's the guy who patrols there, and then this guy is supposed to be standing right here in this room, looking this way.
That we, one and all, did raise us up.
Because the way it is right now, if I go down there, that archer will probably see me.
This the boiler, hiss? Or perchance something worse?
What are you talking about, dude? Did you hear me picking that lock? Oh, why is nothing going right? Anyway, I grabbed some loot from in there. Another watcher. Oh, I hate those things. I hate them with a burning passion. I don't believe there was anything in this building. This is the one where I climbed up on there, climbed on there, jumped across and dropped down through a hole in the ceiling, and there were some fire arrows next to the lava. Yeah, up there is Site 7. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a head-on assault on one of these sites pretty soon and just pray for the best. Not exactly a good strategy, but sometimes you don't have any other choice. I'm going to double check that there's nothing in here. Damn it. Come on, climb up. That's one thing I'm glad the watchers don't hear you. Because I can make all kinds of noise here without being detected by that watcher. I'm gonna double check and make sure there's nothing in there. Shut up, you don't see anything. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's nothing in here. And in the last game there was lava right there, but there isn't now. So, because I'm out of time, and because I'm trying to figure out how to do this without doing a head-on assault, because that's a very good way to get yourself killed, I'm going to end the episode here. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.